This is Breaking Patterns with Skye and Beth. We are on a quest to explore how our old ways of thinking and responding to the world keep us stuck.
If you are ready to get curious about what holds you back, pop open a generic seltzer water and let's get real.
Welcome back to Breaking Patterns with Skye
And Beth.
We're sitting here with our warm beverages today rather than our seltzers. You know, this season we're really shaking up the what we put in our mouths.
You may think this is a warm beverage, but for fear of being judged, I'm not drinking my Coca-Cola right out of the can. It's in a mug. Cheers.
Cheers. We're skipping the angel cards today.
Yep.
Because we're going to talk about creativity.
Yeah.
Because Beth has been having creativity downloads.
Creativity downloads. And we've talked a little bit about this before. And there's research that when you are in creative state, there's no room or there's less room for things like anxiety and depression to kind of take hold.
Well, yeah, creativity is right brain and anxiety and stuff, stress like that. Stress stuff is left brain.
In the past few weeks, creativity's been coming up. I'm a ADHD creative, buy everything to do, stained glass making, macrame, scrapbooking, painting, all the things.
You have your own personal Hobby Lobby in your house.
Well,
I'm sure that many of our listeners can relate to
I
this.
do at times, right? And then I'll go through and I'll purge and I'll be like, I never use this, and then I'll want it back. A few weeks ago, I got all into embroidery, hard and heavy. And
Did you really? I missed that.
yeah, it was this long.
Oh, okay.
It was this long.
Yeah. Well, a few months ago, Beth delivered a giant box of old scrapbooking scraps to me.
I did.
Saying that it was mine and I needed to take it home with me.
Yeah. So I was making room for new stuff.
It's still in my garage.
So this creativity has been kept coming up, right? We can say things are serendipitous or it's the universe giving us messages. Some people argue it's just because it's on our brain. And so we recognize it out in the world, right? It's towards the end of school. There's a lot of productions going on. So our high school has had a few things, our ballet company, art fairs, just the kids. The youth are doing things and showing us what they've made. And it gives me so much hope. And so it really kind of set me on fire in terms of just getting excited about being creative again. I had a friend the other day and she's like, well, I'm not creative. I don't do anything like that. It doesn't have to be big.
Lots of people say that though, because I think we're kind of told that if we're not producing something that either has value or fits some sort of social standard of like a piece of art or a piece of music, that we're not creative.
Yeah, and that's not true. Creative could be as simple as changing your living room. Rearranging furniture is creative, guys.
Yeah, cooking.
Cooking is super creative.
Gardening,
pulling weeds and thinking where you want to plant your next plants. Creativity. Anything where you are just creating anything. So
wait, can I say something? Because this made me think of what's her face? Liz Gilbert, Big Magic. Have you read this book?
No.
Okay.
Liz Gilbert is also
Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, Love, Pray. Eat, Pray, Love.
Eat, Pray, Love. Anyway, she's a novelist. So she wrote Eat, Pray, Love, which is a nonfiction memoir, but she also writes really quite good novels. But she wrote this book called Big Magic, and it's all about creativity. And so one of the things she says in it, and I don't think it's hers, I think it's like an ancient, something Taoist or Buddhist or something. So that creative ideas come from the ether and they'll come into you, and you'll have these inspirations and these ideas, and it's your opportunity to grab them and do something with it. But if you don't, they will flitter on by and they will find somebody else that will take advantage of them.
I know. So I just heard that in the telepathy tapes.
They did bring it up in there, but yes. I first heard it in Big Magic. Yes.
Yeah. So the thought is that the creative ideas already exist.
Mm-hmm.
And they will come to you, and then you decide, am I going to bite on that or will I let it pass by?
And those messages we tell ourselves about I'm not creative is often why we
let it pass
by.
Yeah. So Rick Rubin also has a book, and oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't remember the name right now. And I haven't read it yet, but I've read excerpts. We'll put it in the notes, and it's all about the creative process. And again, these are musicians and things. Do not, if you are sitting there saying, I'm not creative, I don't have a creative bone in my body, stop. Rearranging your bathroom drawer is creativity.
So we want to hear about your big creative download.
Well, I've just been noticing creativity and how it shows up and how much better I feel when I'm creative. So every day I've been playing For Elise on the piano every day. That makes me feel good, right?
How does it go?
Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Anyway, and so every day I'm just trying to live more in my creative space because I spent years and years in my very rigid left brain dominating with my right hand, right? So all these things came up and I was just thinking what's my next creative endeavor because so many ideas come in my head that I can get overwhelmed easily. And then I saw like an open call for an art submission for a local gallery here in town through our arts council, which I've never done anything like that. And I don't call myself an artist. And I thought, that's it. Now I have to be very careful. I'm not doing it for any kind of, or I tell myself this, validation that I might receive. Like if I get chosen, if my submission gets chosen to be displayed in the exhibit. But it gave me the inspiration and a due date.
The shove. Just sometimes you need the little shove to be like, okay.
The inspiration and the due date.
Yeah.
So then it gave me, and then I really have immersed myself in it. And it's been really fun. And just all these ideas come in. And so I got it all done and submitted it yesterday. But it was super fun.
Is it right behind my head?
It's right behind your head.
Should I move my head?
It's right there. Should I bring it closer?
Yes.
Okay, hold one moment. Okay. So I went down a rabbit hole.
Oh,
oh my gosh, rabbit hole. I just said it. Okay.
So her art piece is full of metaphors.
This is really funny. So I do a lot of collage, mixed media collage with old like National Geographic magazines and funky things. But then I started thinking, oh my gosh, those images are copyrighted and I have to go through a whole lot of work to figure out if it's been released. And some things end up in public domain, but you have to do a lot of research. This original piece was done in the late 1800s and it's Alice in Wonderland. And what you don't see is all the cards. So it's the scene where she's falling, and the cards are all around her, right? The playing cards. So I extracted just Alice, but you don't know it's Alice. And the piece doesn't really say it's Alice, but it's a public domain piece, so no copyright infringement. I started thinking, what is she doing? And so the call out for this art submission was all about identity, belonging, democracy. We're coming up on our 250th anniversary as a nation, tension, just the complexity of all that. So I, in my life, have done a lot of work and continue to do a lot of work about expectations that other people have of me. Really, I can't do anything about that. But even expectations I have of other people. Expectations are the root of all disappointment, I have decided. And somebody said that to me long ago, and it's so true. Expectations are resentment waiting to happen, right? Falling figure. Up here, if you can see it, there's a hand holding a key. And then another key comes down, and they're all golden threads, right? Golden threads that at first look promising and shiny. And then all these shoulds. Should, in different fonts to represent the different expectations that society or families or workplaces or even communities have of us, how we are kind of put into a box and expected to behave a certain way. The edges are burned. That was fun, burning all the edges of these, just to symbolize the emotional residue that expectations leave behind. And so our figure here is falling back, but around her neck is a key on a red thread to symbolize her heart. She's crushed under the weight of all these expectations, but at the moment she chooses her own key, freedom and liberation. And that is called Unshoulding. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to my presentation on my art project as a 50-year-old. That was super fun. It was super fun to have an assignment, and it just lit me up. And when I was working on this or thinking about it, I had no room to think of how the world is wronging me or all the bullshit things we think.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of just answered this. What I was going to ask you, like, what shifted in you through the process of making this?
I think when I'm in spaces, like right now, I'm kind of in a space of having some expectations of things to work out a certain way. And really, it's a waste of my brain space.
By doing this, you really started utilizing these other areas of your brain that are in there and actually tend to be more
and if I can
exciting and
fertilize those spaces, then I think it can quiet the victimhood BS that sometimes I find myself prone to.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Energy goes where intention flows, or something like that. Energy flows where intention goes. Something like that. But yeah, so using our minds and our intention for creating rather than self-destroying is an incredibly powerful tool.
Yeah, and you have done that for a very long time.
Well, that's one of those things about poetry. Like when I go into the high schools to talk about poetry, so I do this annual thing at Batesville High School where I go in for 5 weeks And basically what I'm doing is unteaching poetry. So I'm unteaching
Mhm.
this message that we have to create a product
Mhm.
that will then will serve that up and it will be judged
Mhm.
on whether or not it's good enough, you know. And so I'm unteaching that and helping kids to realize that the process of creating and through poetry, so that's my medium, the process of creating itself is the thing that heals us.
Mhm.
And, some kids are resistant to that lesson. It's interesting. I mean, they're sophomores. And some of them have their feet really dug into, well, how do I get an A? Well, what does it need to look like? And they'll go through this whole 4 weeks of the creative where we do these things in class and they're writing and their stuff is really cool and interesting, even if they've never written before. But then sometimes they're so stuck in the product that by the end, when they have to produce and show their own poem, they have ChatGPT write it.
Mhm.
And it breaks my heart because I know that's just a result of that messaging that we have to be productive. We have to,
Turn out a product.
yeah. We even do this thing the very first day that I'm there where I have them write and then we burn it so that it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Fine.
this is ephemeral. It's not about what you did. It's about the writing, the moving of your hand, the thoughts, creating.
Yeah. It's a deconstruction of a whole cultural idea,
Mhm.
right? The monster of the producing, right? The production, the big grind.
I love what you said about that you're submitting this to something that is like judged, essentially. You're going to get accepted or not. And so I'm sure that there is internal grappling of
Sure.
like you don't want to be attached to that, but
But it's the space that I'm in the phase of my life where I've been getting rejected in a lot of ways. And it's hard not to take that personally. And it's hard not to make that define my self-worth. And so I think, why do I keep throwing my hat in the ring for things
mm,
just to be rejected, rejected, rejected? And I'm thinking, is this another? But you know what? It's a it's a game of averages, right? The more comfortable I get with rejection and not giving it so much power, like whether that gets in this little into the gallery,
mhm.
will I be disappointed a little? But is it the whole reason that I'm doing it? No.
No, because we're going to look back at this and you're going to see how much this project has lit you up. You're going to look back in your own eyes and be like, wow, look at how much joy and positivity this project gave me.
Yeah, and it's like I already have so many ideas. Like I want to do this a lot. I have so many ideas for so many like themes and little like
Yeah.
dioramas I want to do. It's interesting. When I did submit it, there was a survey there and it said, why do you do this?
Mhm.
One reason was money. One reason was peer recognition. No reason was because I enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Arts Council.
Come on. So it had an option for other, and I put other, and I said because I enjoyed the process.
Yeah. Good for you. And there it is. I mean, there's so much evidence of how much our culture pushes winning, being on top, producing the A gold star.
All the time.
But you have already won. Like that's the thing that I'm getting at. It's like
Oh, I already feel like I won.
yeah.
Like there's nothing to win. I have
Yeah.
this piece, and I was able to articulate all the things in my head about how it feels to have expectations, right?
Mhm.
Yet knowing all along, we do hold the key around our neck. Like I've said it before, like, why do we give a total stranger the key to our happiness? We just need to take that back.
We do it all the time.
We do it all the time. So
Mhm.
it's been super, super fun.
It's like posting my poems. When I first started writing poetry and I had the Vixen Lee pseudonym, and I put everything out there
Uh-huh.
in that way. And even I would put stuff on Medium and I would like wait
For
for
reaction.
reactions, for likes, for comments and stuff. And that's what validated.
Yeah.
And it was this inner turmoil because I didn't want to be validated by that. I knew that the writing of the poem was what was the healing, but yet there it was. I'd like put it out there and are people gonna like it? Are they
I
gonna
know.
comment? Click, 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 click.
We all do it. I do it. We all do like I still do it with Facebook posts, right? Like
Yeah.
and I hate it. I hate that I do it, but then there's an accept it. Like I have to just accept. It's just part of the human thing.
Yeah. And there's also the ability to be aware that you're like having that feeling or that expectation and allow it to be, and yet like separating yourself from it. You know, that beautiful, weird place where you're like, you know, you're doing something, but you also know that you know you're doing something, that the meta awareness.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't have as much grip on you.
So it's just checking motive. Is it an internal motive? Is it an external motive?
Well, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. And I am excited to see like what comes next. I almost see this, what you're talking about is this sort of series on this theme.
Well, the next one actually I already thought. So this was what it feels like when we are crushing under the expectations of the world or society. And so my next one will be what it feels like when I have expectations of everyone around me.
Ooh, damn.
So when I'm sitting there with all these, you know, I almost picture
like this, a finger pointing.
Yeah, me, a finger, or me holding strings around people for them to behave like little puppets in the manner I want them to.
I don't know anything about that.
She does.
Well, there is an exciting thing coming up on Saturday.
There is.
We are going to be doing a live podcast. Woo! Live on stage at the 6th Street Arts Alley at 1:15 p.m.
1:15
on Saturday in Columbus during the Women's Rise, Thrive, and Connect.
It's Women's Rising, Rise, Thrive, and Connect event. It's an event that Liddy Davidson here in town and a group of awesome women got together to put together all kinds of workshops, activities for kids.
Free swag bags.
Free swag bag for the first 100.
Get there early so you don't miss our live podcast.
Really good swag bags. It goes from 1 to 5. Weather looks to be beautiful. By the time this comes out, we'll be closer to time. But yeah, 1:15 we'll be going on and doing a mini live podcast, and we'll see how that goes. So we'd love to have some fans there.
Yeah. We'll have information about Reawaken Retreat.
Reawaken Retreat is filling up. So what will you do? Even the most minor thing is creative. Arranging flowers in a vase. Creative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Making Instagram posts.
Creative. It is.
It is, though. It
really
is, but you just have to check your, like,
yeah,
you want it to be validated or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's okay if you are. We're not beating anybody up.
No.
We're not beating anybody up. We are the queens of needing validation for sure. I got this done last night, and I go to Graham, my son, and he's 16. He's like, yeah.
Great.
He doesn't get real excited about anything. And I was like, I'm sorry, Graham. I'm looking to you for a lot of validation, and I'll get that elsewhere. It's fun.
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here.
Over you.
Okay. We're gushing over you. We love you guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for taking your time. Let us know if there's a topic you want to hear about. We would love to see you on Saturday, May 9th, downtown Columbus in the 6th Street Arts Alley Parklet.
All right. See you next time.
Cheers.